Miles Bolton is a Canucks fan and a sports writer. He's here with me in studio. Miles, hello there.
Hi there. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. And I see you're wearing a completely plain white shirt today. You're no logo guy. Okay. Also with us on the line, JJ Lee. JJ, of course, is a friend of the program, a writer, former fashion columnist. JJ, how are you this afternoon?
I'm very well, Gloria. Nice to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you could join us for this. This is fun. So, Miles, take us back to the practice when JT Miller wore Silovs' shirt. I know you were following this story online.
Yeah, so on the morning of Game 6 in Nashville last Friday, some reports came out on social media that JT Miller wore Arturs Silovs' shirt onto the ice for practice, and a lot of the guys were joking about it, and there were lots of questions about that in the locker room after. I think it was a great move by Miller to sort of keep things, lighthearted in an otherwise tense playoff series. And then that was sort of the big story. And then they were on clearance on the Hugo Boss website, and the Canucks fans cleared them out pretty quickly. And now they were on sale at the Canucks team store. And I just checked before coming in here, and they're now sold out online.
How would you describe the shirts, Miles?
I think probably Nikita Zadorov and Rick Tocchet, one of them said it's like an ugly shirt. It's personally not my style, but I can appreciate the sentiment behind it.
JJ, what about for you? You are our fashion guy here today, and you've seen this T-shirt. What's your assessment?
Well, I mean, it's funny. I kept on looking for the salmon part of the salmon pink, and the first thing I was thinking was like, it's actually a dusty pink more than a salmon pink, and that kind of, I obsessed over the color for a bit. But actually, I took a note of what you could say is it's an overscaled paisley pattern. That it actually features at its very center a 6 or 5 petaled flower, and then there are sprays that either remind you firstly of ferns, that sort of curlicue figure, but more importantly, there's hidden away in all this business of the shirt is a very large teardrop shape that is the signature item in when we say something is paisley. It's that teardrop that we're looking for, and that's a very old symbol, and it goes back like thousands of years actually. And so that's the T-shirt. It's an oversized bunch of paisley motifs on a fairly spare shirt.
So you dove into some paisley history today, did you?
I did a little bit, but it's actually I actually wear paisley myself. Not usually as a whole shirt. I think that's very much a statement kind of shirt to wear it as a shirt, but I definitely have paisley ties and paisley pocket squares.
Right. Okay. Now, Miles, you talked about this is what the team needed when things were not looking so good. A little bit of camaraderie, a little bit of a reason to smile and work together as well. What do you make of sort of the popularity of this shirt and the fact you discovered it's sold out already?
Yeah, well, I think for one thing, it speaks a lot to the culture that not only the Vancouver Canucks have built in their locker room, they're clearly a very tight-knit group, and they sort of know the importance of joking around and almost like, keeping things light. In, a playoff series where, they come back home, they have a chance to close things out at home during Game 5. They don't get the job done. They have to fly across the country to Nashville. But then I think it speaks a lot to the team's character. The morning of Game 6, JT Miller is going out to practice wearing the shirt and everything, and all the guys are laughing. I think it shows a lot about the team's willingness to make light of an otherwise tense situation. It's the playoffs, and you're trying to close out a series, and this is kind of how they're keeping things light.